this is not a dream, this is a damn nightmare. Do you know why? All of my friends still struggle to buy diapers.
Poverty in America is almost like living in the jungle where there's a lot of threats. You're just constantly in fight or flight mode?
Yeah, it is terrifying and depressing, and poverty kills your humanity.
All your mothers and your brothers and your sisters and your fathers and everybody walking this land, no matter your race, your creed, your tribe, whose nation you defend, with open hearts, open minds, lend a helping hand each time to the mothers and the brothers and the sisters and the fathers, everybody walking this land.
My name is Gabriel King, and my application is Liberty Tax as a sign waiver. American dream is, I'm not really sure, but then I at least try to help people as much as I can. That's my answer.
Everybody walking this land.
Å, herregud, så glad jeg er i Amerika. Men på denne reisen gjennom mitt gamle hjemland slår det meg hvor slitent USA har blitt. Og mange av menneskene jeg møter er ganske slitne de også. Jeg har lyst til å finne ut hvordan folk takler denne harde tilværelsen her borte. En tilværelse som faktisk har fått et eget begrep. Drittlivssyndromet. Den gjengrodde tennisbanen vittner om at den amerikanske drømmen har spilt fallitt. For 4 år siden dro jeg til mitt gamle fedreland USA. Da ville jeg finne ut hvem min familie der skulle stemme på i det dramatiske presidentvalget.
I'm leaning more towards Trump, but worst case scenario, I won't vote at all, but it'll never be Hillary.
Nå er jeg tilbake. Blant annet for å se hvordan kusina mi Kim har hatt det siden den gang.
Here you go.
Kim har flyttet siden sist fordi nabolaget hun bodde i ble totalrasert av orkanen Harvey. Men hun bor fortsatt i Texas, og hun har fortsatt multiple sklerose, noe som gjør at hun går på veldig sterke medisiner.
Yeah, after the hurricane, FEMA was all up here. And then they came back through and were like, dude, we can make a lot of money.
So these were built after Hurricane Harvey?
Yeah.
Really? By the government?
No. Somebody wanting to make money.
Oh, so charging the government.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clever.
Yeah.
So this is actually emergency housing that just turned
Yeah.
into permanent housing.
Right. They just threw them together. Dude, when we moved in, we had to go and buy the door handles.
All expenses spared. That's his motto. It looks like what I would imagine maybe like a military base in Honduras would look like.
Yeah.
Or a prison camp with the colors, maybe like a gay prison camp.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Oh, that way.
We just picked you up at the place you live at now, and you said we couldn't film there. Why couldn't we film?
A murder.
A murder? Somebody got killed there? In those little cabins?
Yeah.
What happened?
That cleaning lady walked in and apparently saw something she wasn't supposed to. And the manager, as she's backing out, the managers, no, I don't think so, pushed her back in.
What did she see? What did she walk in on?
Drugs, some drug thing I said.
A drug deal?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and they found the body?
Yeah, they found it in a toolbox.
Developments in that toolbox murder case, 29-year-old Rebecca Maloney was discovered stuffed into this toolbox last Tuesday along Railroad Street near downtown Aransas Pass. Investigators believe that
Does it scare you?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we're in the car. We're headed your way. We're headed your way. All right. Bye.
Where were you when the hurricane hit?
Actually, go down this street right here. Take a left.
Whoa.
And it was here, and it hovered over Brockport. What was it? 175 miles an hour for like 12 hours.
That's
Ripped trees up, big trees up,
insane.
ripped them up straight out the ground.
Were there? Somebody said there were tornadoes inside the hurricane.
There were tornadoes inside the hurricane.
It's funny how natural catastrophes seem to hit low-income places. Like
Right.
they call trailer parks. In Kansas, they call them tornado magnets.
It was crazy. This is it. This was our house. See, look.
That's all your stuff?
That's stuff from the house. Just hit the door with your shoulder and the door will open.
We can go in?
Yep. Hey, be careful though, because Billy said that last time he was here, there were varmints.
Ja, hadde i hvert fall walk-in closet da. På visning i Oslo. Skal vi se om det er membran her. Det ser ikke ut som det er membran i taket her da, for å si det sånn. Orkanen Harvey er en av de største naturkatastrofene som har rammet USA noensinne. Den ødela mer enn 200 000 hjem her på Gulfkysten, krevde mer enn 100 menneskeliv og ødela verdier for vanvittige 1200 milliarder kroner. Det er nesten et helt norsk statsbudsjett.
Rockport, som har drøyt 24 000 innbyggere, er en av byene som ble hardest rammet av orkanen.
People would just show up with tacos
Yeah.
to everybody's house.
Who did that?
People in the community.
But there was a lot of big help, like
Yeah,
aid
there was
effort.
There was a bunch
Yeah.
of donated stuff. It was awesome. Like they had huge, like strip malls
Yeah.
where they donated stuff, tarps for everybody. Here's, food. You need soap. You need
Wow.
toothpaste. You need toilet paper.
Where'd that stuff come from?
People had donated across
Just-
the country.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice. But this area looks familiar.
Yes, because they live in the same condos that I lived at before when you came the first time and filmed.
Here, bags.
There you go.
I'll take them. I'll take them.
Okay.
I'll take 'em. So, 4 years since I was here last time.
Yep.
How's it been?
It's been. It's been life.
It's been life.
It's good now because they're back.
And this is
Mom and Grace.
your sister-in-law and
Yep.
mother-in-law. So how are these 4 years with Trump? How have they been?
Awesome.
Wonderful. He's done really good.
I'm going to vote for him again.
Me too.
How's your life changed? Has it changed?
We got raises.
Yeah. People like me and Mom, disability,
It used to be
1,124, and now it's 1,142.
And that was the first
And-
raise in years?
Yeah.
Last time we were here, you said that there were people in this apartment complex who would kill to get a hold of your medicine.
Yeah.
What was that medicine?
Hydros. Oh, and my Copaxone.
What's that?
That's for my MS.
Yeah. Well, hydros, that's...
Hydrocodone. It's a numbing effect
It's
for any part that is hurting.
It's a painkiller.
yeah,
You've been taking that for quite a few years now, huh?
yeah.
Would you say you're addicted? I mean, what would happen if you didn't have them?
I'm fine when I don't take them.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm supposed to have 4 a day.
The painkillers you're getting for your MS, you're saving.
Because it doesn't really help the MS. The MS pain. It's like a nonstop. I wake up in pain
Constant pain.
every day.
So you're saving your painkillers.
I'm saving. I will save them till it's a more dire circumstance, because I'm always in pain every day.
Denne smerten som Kim forteller om, ser jeg overalt i dette landet. Og for veldig mange amerikanere er disse opioidpillene, som medisinbransjen har pøst ut, den eneste behandlingen de har råd til. Dette er en midlertidig løsning som for mange helt vanlige amerikanere dessverre blir permanent. De blir rett og slett narkomane. Og dette er selve kjernen av drittlivssyndromet. Nemlig at mennesker fanget i håpløshet dør tidligere enn før, på grunn av destruktiv livsstil, og for mange også selvmord. Ingen steder er dette tydeligere enn her i det gamle kullbeltet gjennom Kentucky og West Virginia. Leslie Bledsoe er gruvearbeiderdattera som har viet livet sitt til å hjelpe de mange som sliter her i Amerikas gamle beksvarte kullhjerte.
Wait, do you need some more?
Some little boy come and brought me some stuff.
Did he? You want some to take with you?
No, this is enough.
Okay.
So what are you doing here, Leslie?
We serve meals every weekend.
Is there a big demand for this here?
Yes,
Why is that?
just because it's a poverty-stricken area. And I think, a lot of it is because drugs. A lot of people are on drugs and they leave their kids for their parents to raise. And so that puts the grandparents in poverty. Yes.
Wow.
Really puts them in a hard spot. We've got a lot of grandparents raising grandchildren.
On nothing?
Yes,
Wow, that's heartbreaking.
it is. I think just about every person in Harlan County knows of somebody or has a family member that has been affected either by alcohol or drugs. Whenever I was little, just about every person, every man around worked in the coal mines. It was just booming and life was good. And, since the coal's not giving people the jobs anymore, people, they get desperate.
But isn't the president says he's going to bring back coal?
President says a lot of things. He's not really, actions speak louder than words.
So there hasn't been any action?
No, I just don't see it making a comeback.
What's going to happen here then?
Our people are moving away quickly. Corbin, which is an hour and a half away from here, they have problems keeping people or even getting people to work because of the drug epidemic. They can't pass the drug test, so they'll get factories to come in and they'll hire these workers, and before you know it, they can't pass the drug test, and so they don't have enough people to make the product.
So people start doing drugs because the jobs go away, and then when the jobs come back, they can't get the jobs because they're on drugs. So it's like a vicious cycle.
It is, yeah. Yeah.
So is this some sort of street mission you have? What is this? What is this project? What's it called?
With Love from Harlan.
Right, that's what your shirt
Yes.
says. Yeah.
It started out as whenever Hurricane Harvey hit Rockport, Texas, and Houston, there was a lot of devastation there.
Yeah, that's
And-
where my family lives, in Rockport.
Oh, really?
That was, no, in the 2017? Was that the one? Yeah.
I was at home watching the news and, just all the devastation there just totally made me get up off my butt and say, let's do a road trip. And so we collected money and donations and presents, decorations, lights, everything, just complete Christmases for 22 families in Rockport.
Yeah.
That was a long drive.
Yeah. Wow. Even this impoverished place here, people here who have nothing want to help other people.
Yes. People here would give you the shirt off their back. And, I mean, that's just the way that we've all been raised.
Kullet var det svarte gullet som skapte arbeidsplasser her ute I disse fjellene. Men siden 1990 har blant annet klimareguleringer og billig naturgass ført til at industrien og jobbene her har forsvunnet.
These people don't work, them people don't work, them people don't work, them people don't work. I don't know nobody works. There's nobody here that works. None of them. They want to get high all the time and, they'll steal whatever they can steal. Enough to get high on, and that's just repeating over and over and over.
What about you then?
I just retired. Yeah, I retired from the mines. Yeah, I worked 34 years underground. The coal, demands for coal, man. I mean, they don't produce coal. The trains don't run no more, or nothing like that. I mean, the people that lost their jobs, that wanted to work, had a family, that wanted to work, they left. Then we got the scrubs left. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't Trump promise West Virginia and Kentucky more jobs in coal?
I'm 100% for Trump, but he fell into a place that was dying, and there's no survival. There's no, like I said, there's no demand for coal. I mean, some of it is dead. I mean, compared to when I was growing up.
Men selv I kullindustriens glansdager var livet oppe I fjellene her en blodig kamp. En regelrett klassekamp mellom gruvearbeidere og familiene deres på den ene siden, og gruveselskapene og myndighetene på den andre. Her I Harlan brøt ut voldsomme stridigheter både på 30-tallet og 70-tallet, som beskrevet I den Oscar-vinnende dokumentaren Harlan County, USA.
And I'll stick with the Union till every battle's won. Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Dette var konflikter som var så voldelige at historikere faktisk sammenligner dem med borgerkrig. Her vi rett og slett inne I kullhaugene. Jeg tror ikke vi kommer over der, faktisk. Der, ja, hva toucher vi nedi? Ja, her det ulendt terreng, folkens. Selve livet for mange her I USA har også blitt ganske så ulendt terreng. Siden 2014 har forventet levealder for amerikanske menn gått ned. Og det har ikke skjedd siden Vietnamkrigen. Faktisk så dør menn I det området her I snitt 20 år før menn I andre områder av USA. Seems like a lot of the stuff you're doing here is about helping people feel dignity or self-worth.
Yes, I mean, and
it's not just about filling bellies.
No, it's about so much more than that. Yeah, it's about making them feel worthy and know, for them to know that they can come to the church and eat. We make them feel welcome. We'll meet them on the sidewalk.
Is that because of shame?
Yes.
In the deep dark hills of eastern Kentucky, that's the place where I traced my bloodline. And it's there I read on a hillside gravestone. You'll never leave Harlan alive.
Jeg har ofte tenkt på hvordan dette med amerikansk fattigdom, håpløshet, skam og dårlige valg henger sammen. Linda Tirado mormonjenta og veteranfrua fra Utah som ble kjent over natta da hun skrev et innlegg på et internettforum om hvordan det egentlig oppleves å være fattig I det som jo skal være mulighetenes land.
It was about how depressed you are and how, like, if you live a life where you are never allowed to feel hopeful because it's counterproductive. I thought I was talking to like 300 people on this message board that I've been on for years, and the next thing you know, it's 15 million people have read it worldwide, and the Daily Mail is printing things. And
so you became a sort of a rock and roll star of poverty overnight.
They called me Poverty Chick for quite some time.
Poverty
Chick, yeah. It was a. It's what you want to be known for at 31 years old. That's if you're going to do anything with your life, be famously poor. Poverty is bleak and cuts off your long-term brain. It's why you see people with 4 different baby daddies instead of 1. You grab a bit of connection wherever you can to survive. You have no idea how strong the pull to feel worthwhile is. It's more basic than food. We don't plan long-term because if we do, we'll just get our hearts broken. It's best not to hope. You just take what you can get as you can spot it. Most of us are clinically depressed, and we do not get therapy and medication and support. We get told to get over it, and we find ways to cope. I'm not asking for sympathy. This is what our lives are like. It's certainly self-defeating, but it's safer. That's all. I hope it helps make sense of it.
What did your typical day look like then?
So I had 2 jobs when I was going to school, and I would go to school, and then I would go to work, and then I would change my uniform, and I would go to work, and then I had an hour drive back home. So I was, basically between that and the kids, I was working 20 hours a day between school and those 2 jobs. So that was average.
Is that common?
Yeah, absolutely. In my example, when I was working at both Burger King and IHOP, I was spending about 6 hours in my car. I have to get myself fed somehow while I'm driving in between those jobs. But how do you eat a salad behind the wheel of a truck going up a mountain? You're going to go get the $1 cheeseburger from McDonald's because that's going to give you approximately 820 calories, which your body actually needs to make it through another 6 hours on your feet in a high-pressure situation. So those calorie-dense, quick, convenience foods are often the only rational solution for a poor person.
Den fedmen man ser så mye av I USA også en del av drittliv-matpakka. Før flåset man ofte om feite, rike amerikanere, men I virkeligheten det de med dårlig råd som sliter mest med fedme. For det den billige og lettvinte maten som den mest usunne, og når mesteparten av døgnet går med til å jonglere flere jobber, så blir det fint lite tid igjen til yoga, crossfit og tilberedning av fermentert ruccolasalat bestrødd med kortreiste gresskarfrø.
I got the one chance and I performed because they told me, okay, fine, quit your jobs, write the book.
It's like the Eminem song, One Shot. You got one shot?
It is, and I took it, and I did well. And that actually would happen if other people were given the same shot I do. The trouble with believing that, something happened to you and now you did it, the trouble with believing that that's the American dream is every fucking line cook in America is going to have to get a book deal. And we just can't handle that. Like, there's not the room for it. This is not a dream. This is a damn nightmare. Do you know why? All of my friends still struggle to buy diapers.
Poverty in America is almost like living in a jungle where there's a lot of threats. You're just constantly in fight or flight mode?
Yeah, and that's actually one of the reasons why the drugs is because people are looking for some escape from that. It is terrifying and depressing and will absolutely, poverty kills your humanity.
Ja, den amerikanske fattigdommen dreper ikke bare menneskeverdet, men tar bokstavelig talt menneskeliv. Den Nobelprisvinnende økonomen Angus Deaton og professoren Ann Case har de siste årene slått alarm om en eksplosiv økning i det de kaller deaths of despair, eller elendighetsdøden. Det vil si de som dør av selvmord, overdoser eller alkoholisme. Dette er en trend som har rammet arbeiderklassen i USA hardt, og spesielt hvite uten utdanning.
Daddy worked like a mule mining Pike County coal.
Men ikke alt er håpløst. Jeg er invitert på søndagsfrokost hos bestemor Mabel i familien Johnson, som bor i et lite gruvesamfunn ikke langt fra Harlan. En familie som planla en framtid med kull, men som har snudd om kull på livet etter at kullet forsvant.
Yeah, people make a lot of coal stuff nowadays, don't they, Mabel? Yeah. And a lot of people make signs that says like proud miner or like coal miner's wife. Like I have a sticker on my car that says coal miner's wife, you know?
Yeah. Please do, Mabel.
God is good, God is great, and we thank you for this food. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, Lord, for everything. Amen.
Blake mistet gruvejobben, og Ciara, som helst ville vært husmor og gruvearbeiderhustru, må derfor ta utdanning og få seg en jobb.
Is that apples, Mabel?
Yes. Here's water, coffee, drinks.
Oh, I loved it then. Yeah. Making big paydays. I loved it.
Some good money?
Oh, yeah.
What do you make?
I mean, we consider it good money around here. I was making probably 50 to 60-ish, maybe a year, just 40 to 60.
How long were the days? How long the work day?
I worked anywhere from 8 to 12, 14, maybe, maybe even 15-hour days.
Because a lot of people, once they go, like when they got laid off, a lot of people still to this day hasn't went back to work unless it was a mines.
Because they get hooked on it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the economy and the job so bad, I probably would still be working in the mines.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
That's good.
How long has your family been in this area?
I've been here in this house 50 years.
I know you're not supposed to ask a lady for her age, but may I?
Yes, you might. 84. Just turned.
So you've seen some stuff?
Yes. 90. I've seen. Right.
Yeah, and coffee too.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'll have some coffee too.
Thank you, Mama.
You have the hardest job in the world. You get hurt, and then you get hooked on drugs. Is like people forgot you, or is like do people in Washington care?
Trump's really, I think, our only hope right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Without a doubt.
Because this used to be a Democrat area, right?
I'd say hyphen.
Yeah. See, I'm a Republican too, so yeah.
But not anymore. Pretty much everybody around here voted Trump,
Even if
right?
they are Democrat, they're probably voting for Trump because they want a job, or want their son or their uncle or their cousin to get a job. You know,
Future.
because he is their only hope.
Kids to have a future.
That's right. These are all the names of the people that's died, you know, from like in the mines or, you know.
That's a lot of names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Where's your dad's name, Blake?
Here.
Yep. That's Blake's dad's name.
There you go.
There's been a few different disasters that took quite a few at once.
Must have really been devastating for a tiny community like this, especially when there's many, a lot of guys dying at the same time.
Sad. This is Blake's dad that died in the mines right here. Yeah. And here's another picture of him too.
So you lost a son?
Lost a son, but our only son.
You lost your only son?
We just had one boy. We had 3 girls, 1 boy.
And then 2 brothers in one accident.
And then you lost your 2 brothers in the same accident?
Yes.
Did that ever make you angry at the coal, at the mines?
Well, no, because that was the only way they had to live and support their family.
Had no choice,
No.
no options.
No.
So both of you are at school now. Do you have any income?
Unemployment. We get by though.
Yeah, we
get by. Working in the mines, we would live a lot better. Having a paycheck every week, we would live so much better. Like,
Yeah, but short term. I mean,
yeah.
look what I was laid off. 4 months ago. I mean, yeah, you make money while the money's there. You better save every dime you can. There's no jobs out there, so.
Oppe i fjellene her har de tradisjonelle kjønnsrollene stått sterkt. Men stengingen av gruvene gjør at stadig flere kvinner som før ville vært hjemmeværende, nå er på vei ut i arbeidslivet.
A lot of women went to school and stuff because they had to. They had kids to feed and they had no choice, you know. When I went to school, like I was just going for whatever. I just was going to get a degree. I didn't have anything on my mind. I just knew I needed to go, so I went, and then I ended up doing, nursing. Yeah.
Considering the fact that the mine took your son and your 2 brothers, wouldn't you think it would be a good thing the day there is no more coal mining?
Yes, if they somewhat learn to work.
If there were some options?
If they could support their families and work in a safer, healthier, less wear and tear on your knees and back.
Yes.
Well, sure. I mean, be a miracle.
Did you have any hope?
No. We hope for small things. So I might hope that I get offered an extra shift. I might hope that they accidentally put an extra bag of fries into my bag. I might hope that I get laid this weekend. I might hope for these small human things. But I'm not going to hope that I get to change my life trajectory, because that's friggin' silly. I work at Burger King, and that's what you do, and it's who you are, and it's who you're going to be. And it would take a miracle to stop that. The idea that getting out is so incredible that you get to write a book about it tells you how rare it is. Do you know what an absolute stroke of friggin' luck that is? Because I guarantee you there are more amazing baritones and tenors working late night diners in America than there are in the opera houses. It's not that we lack culture or that we lack the ability, it's that we lack the opportunity.
Her snirkler jeg meg rundt i en svær bil på ganske så trange fjellveier. Dette er USAs fattigste område, og da også snedig nok det området som har blitt rammet aller hardest av opioidbølgen. Opioidavhengighet dreper årlig langt flere enn både trafikkulykker og drap i USA. De siste 20 årene har nesten 500 000 amerikanere dødd som følge av opioidmisbruk. Kyniske legemiddelkonsern har bombardert sårbare områder som dette med særdeles avhengighetsskapende piller. Godt hjulpet av den lokale legestanden. Her i denne lille bua her i Williamson, West Virginia, ble det i løpet av en 5-årsperiode solgt 10 millioner opioidpiller. Det bor 3000 folk her.
Many times, mostly every weekday, if you came really early, people were lined up here at 5 and 6 a.m., 2 or 3 hours before it opened up, waiting to get their pharmaceutical orders filled here. And you would see nearly every state in the union was represented here, mostly from Ohio to Michigan, all the way down to Florida. Yeah. So, I see as I watch the news, there's other parts of the country going through this same thing. The crisis doesn't seem to know any particular social class, income. It's across the board. And it's sad. It's really sad.
Do not ask for whom the bell tolls.
Good timing, right? Yeah.
You guys are pioneers of...
Pioneering has better connotations.
Pioneers of this
mess.
Dark wave.
Yeah, it is.
Congratulations.
There's no congratulations to it, but thank you for exposing it.
You're going to lose the election because of that handshake.
Am I? Sorry to hear that.
Well, my daddy worked in the coal mine till the company shut it down. Then he sat around and drank himself blind till we put him back underground.
I am an American soldier.
Dette er major, krigsveteran og tidligere delstatssenator for demokratene, Richard Ojeda.
I stand for the people of West Virginia, the blue-collar, working class that built this nation. I will never cross a picket line. We need true, working-class American representation in D.C. I am American soldier, retired United States Army Major Richard Ojeda, and I'm running for U.S. Senate.
Da han kom tilbake etter år på slagmarken I Afghanistan og Irak, fant han en annen slagmark I sin egen hjemby.
How you doing? Hey, Richard. How are you? Good. Come on in. This right here is my guide-on that when I was in combat, when I went outside the wire every day in Iraq. Now, this right here is some of my most prized possessions, and these are my box of rocks. And everywhere that I go in the world, I always make sure that I bring back a rock. I will sit down sometimes and pull these out and lay them on the floor, and I will just base it Fallujah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I just think about where I was, and it's kind of like a walk back in memory lane.
So you went and fought for your country?
Yes.
And then you came back, and then you got into politics?
Yep.
Why?
Because of coming home and realizing that the leaders that we have here are nowhere near like the leaders that I had in the military. And they're really nothing more than crooks, liars that show up right before the election and they shake your hand and they say, I'm fighting for you. And then you don't see them again until the next election. And they win over and over and over again, that it's almost impossible to beat them no matter how bad they are because they have so much money. I mean, I had friends that lived over here. We played sports together, and now, I mean, it's drugs. You know, and you got some good people that live here, that still live here, but they're practically They're prisoners. I mean, they can't just leave their home and go places because the moment they leave their home, somebody's crawling through the window. This was a really nice neighborhood full of homes. All these burned down. If you see this big sign in front of you, directly in front of you, it says welcome. Welcome, Logan County, friendliest town in West Virginia. Bullshit. Until we get people to stop sugarcoating this place and call it for what it is. You know, most addicted, least friendly. Until we got people that's willing to stand up and speak about that shit, this shit said, look at this. Oh, let's put some sod grass and put a Christmas tree there. Yay, that was a friggin' 6-story building that fell to the friggin' ground. But this is the town of Logan, and there was a time when this place was absolutely gorgeous.
Fordi kullindustrien var så dominerende I dette området, var det aldri snakk om å etablere andre næringer her. Og da kullmarkedet kollapset, var det ingen plan B, og dermed kollapset også lokalsamfunnet.
What makes an area most vulnerable for these drugs?
You know, I think it's dependent on labor because coal always kept everything out. All we have is manual labor, and eventually, everybody gets hurt. And when they get hurt, they go to the hospital, and instead of going to a hospital and having somebody who will take care of you, you go to a hospital and you get preyed upon. He's a wolf, and he's pushing opioids onto you.
Denne ulven som han snakker om, lokale leger som fikk lommene stappet fulle av såkalte lukrative insentiver for å pushe enorme mengder av dette dopet. Som igjen fikk mange til å oppsøke enda sterkere stoffer som fentanyl og gateklassikeren heroin.
Nobody is immune to this.
But I mean, there's drugs everywhere in America, but why does it?
This
why
was
is it so
the
devastating
place
here?
because this is the place where they knew they could come and they could either do their testing and they could get everybody. And I mean, they got everybody.
Pharmaceutical companies?
Yes, they threw their pills on us like you wouldn't believe. We were ground zero for the start of the opioid epidemic.
The people here are lab rats?
And we are, that's right. That's exactly what we were. We were lab rats. And I mean, there's not one single family out there that hasn't lost people from these drugs. My wife's class reunion, I mean, her class has been devastated. My class was not so bad.
But your wife's class?
My wife's class, which was 4 years after mine, just devastated. I mean, it's just so many people that have overdosed and died. I mean, they were even actually talking about not even doing a reunion. You know, it's like, why? So many people are dead or addicted to drugs.
You can't do a high school reunion because everybody's gone?
I mean, if they're all dead and they're addicted to drugs, I mean, what do you do?
That's sad.
It is very sad, but that's reality for here. I joined the military and I left here. Those that did not leave here, they are literally living a life every day where they're in the crosshairs of Big Pharma.
I kjølvannet av denne rusepidemien har flere og flere behandlingstilbud dukket opp. På ett av dem møter jeg noen av de som kjemper mot opioidsuget.
What's her name?
Analia.
Analia? She's adorable. Can I hold her?
If you wash your hands.
Yeah? I'm like a big baby fan. Where do you have it? I want to hold her.
Dette senteret drives av en kristen menighet og holder til i det fineste huset I Logan. Her bor jentene opp til 18 måneder for å bli rusfrie.
How did you end up here?
Well, I got a federal indictment for distribution of heroin, and my lawyer got them to let me go to a rehab facility, and they got me in here. And at that point, I was just ready, you know, to get my life together.
So where's your life heading now?
Well, I have 2 more semesters left till I graduate with my associates to go on to the Lindsay Wilson program, which is a counseling program, so I can be an addiction counselor. And I have a great job, and I have this little girl who is the biggest blessing of my life, and I've never been happier. I just got married.
Congratulations.
Thank you. There's 2 sets of stairways because, like I said, it's an old house, and this was the slave quarters.
There were slaves living here?
Yeah, and this is the way that the slaves went up. I forget how many residents are in here most of the time. I think like 16 is the most that they can hold.
Well, it's kind of ironic. There used to be slaves here, and now there's sort of slaves of drugs.
Yeah,
which is a Norwegian term, the drug slaves.
There's absolutely, that's exactly what you are whenever you're in addiction, is a slave to it. You'll do pretty much anything, you know, to get your drugs, and it completely consumes you.
It's a harsh master.
It is. And it's a hard chain to break.
We'll be there, huh? They go talk some more? Yeah.
I don't even think about getting high anymore, and ever since I've had that baby, it's like I couldn't even imagine, you know? And I can't imagine how it would have been if I would have had her before I got my life together, because it's something I would never want to put a child through, because I've gone through it myself, you know?
You've slayed some dragons, huh?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Alicia brukte nesten 2 år på å bli rusfri. Fembarnsmoren Amber har vært her I 4 måneder.
I was in prison for 2 years.
For what?
Stealing a car. I was going to college to be an accountant at one time. But, you know, I pretty much lost everything due to drug use and just...
Why is this community seems just ravished by drugs? Why is that?
There's really nothing to do here. You've got drugs flowing through doctors' offices and everything else, and then, you know, it just... I mean, it really got bad.
Is that how you got started?
Yeah.
Prescription drugs?
Prescription drugs. Well, I had a shoulder injury, and I started taking, like, Loratabs and hydrocodone, and eventually I was just taking more and more, and, you know...
And how did you get hurt?
Playing football.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you went to the doctor?
Right. They just seem to be prescribing them for everything. And I've lost a lot of people due to it because they've overdosed and died.
Who have you lost?
I mean, one of my best friends in high school, her mom. I've lost numerous friends that I've went to high school with, numerous people in my life. You know, they've overdosed and died.
So how many kids do you have?
5.
You have 5 children?
Mhm.
How old are they?
12, 10, 7, 5, and 3.
Do you have any contact with
Nope.
them now?
I don't. They're adopted. I don't see them. I don't have custody of them.
And you lost them due to drugs?
Right. Because I went to prison because I was high and, you know, committed a crime.
You think you'll ever see your kids again?
Yeah. I know I will. Yep.
You see that in your future?
Yep. I do. Yep.
Siden jeg traff Amber har jeg tenkt på henne ofte. At et ungt menneske kan bli fratatt så mye og bli utsatt for så ufattelig mye smerte bare fordi farmasigigantene på Wall Street skulle tjene mer penger, er så motbydelig at jeg ikke har ord for det.
My daughter, when she was a child, had a tooth extraction. They sent her home with 60 friggin' hydrocodones. 60. You give a child hydrocodones? What are you going to do?
That's nuts.
I didn't give her not damn one of them. You know? But that's a problem that we have. And it's everywhere.
De siste årene har det blitt et økt fokus på å bekjempe opioidepidemien. Og Trump-administrasjonen har satt inn ekstra ressurser. Samtidig pågår det nå mer enn 2000 søksmål mot medisinprodusentene som skapte denne dødelige narkobølgen.
And every single one of us was lied to about Oxycontin.
Milliarder av dollar er allerede betalt ut i erstatning, men prisen som menneskene her har betalt er så ufattelig mye høyere.
That vehicle back there had a sign on the back that said comfortably numb. And I believe that's what most people around here strive for. Just to be comfortably numb. Let life pass you by.
This is the opposite of the American dream.
Yeah, this is a friggin' nightmare. This is the worst part. This! Look at this shit.
Fy faen! Dette er det verste stedet jeg har vært i hele mitt liv. Altså, dette er for slummen i Cape Town og Rio de Janeiro til å se ut som Holmenkollåsen. Altså, samfunnet her er helt ødelagt. Det er helt ødelagt. Og det som virkelig er hjerteskjærende her, er at de folka her som har stått og hakket kull i gruver i generasjoner, altså hatt verdens hardeste jobb, sitter igjen med den dritten her og blir brukt som prøvekaniner og sånne der testhamstere av en utrolig kynisk medisinsk industri som gir helt faen i om de bare ødelegger et helt samfunn. For det er det de har gjort her.
So what just happened here?
We had 8 individuals, or 8 illegal immigrants, coming to the United States.
Hvordan var nå dette her igjen? Er Amerika en smeltedigel eller en salatbolle?
Right on, all right, y'all.
Eller er Amerika en trykkoker på bristepunktet?
There has to be a threat of violence. Really? Like America has to fear that we will burn this bitch down before they'll give us what we want.
I neste episode skal jeg pirke borti denne verkebyllen man kaller amerikansk identitet.
The American dream means to me being able to work as hard as you want and go as high as you want to go and do whatever you want to do.
My American dream is to put more ingenuity into America.
We don't let children starve in one of the richest countries in the world.
To come up with a cure for this MS so I could walk, get around, and have a life again.
Enjoy the freedom of America.